Hey guys, it's me, your sleepy neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming back at you with yet another episode of Pokemon Platinum, post-game edition. In the last episode, we ran all around Sinnoh. Thank you, PokeMart. I did not know what you did. We ran all around Sinnoh well, not all around Sinnoh, only to the 3 lakes to collect the spirit Pokemon of the lakes that resided there. Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit. We caught all 3 of them. Of course, Mesprit gave us the old runaround, as is its wont. And in this episode, since we have now completed our Sinnoh Pokedex, I think it is time to go see Professor Rowan. That's right. And oh, Sensei, what are you doing out here? What's good, girl? It's been a hot minute.
Hi, Jake. May I see your Pokedex?
No. Why would you want to see my Pokedex? You can't just go up to someone on the street and ask to see their Pokedex, Dawn.
Oh my gosh! You've seen every kind of Pokemon in Sinnoh!
Yeah, you know that's right.
Hey, let's go show your Pokedex to Prof. Rowan.
Do we have to? Really, do we have to go see Prof. Rowan? Okay, well, oh, she's not dragging me along in a tutorial-like fashion, which... Sensei, you've grown a lot in this journey. Not just me and my Pokemon, but you as well. I appreciate you. All right, so, well, there's really nothing else for it. We have to go see Professor Rowan. I mean, he's the one who gave us this Pokedex, this device after all, so it's only fair that we tell him that, hey, we completed it. Jake, it's been such a long time since I last saw you in the one cavern over there in Lake Acuity. You've come to show me the progress on your Pokedex? Yes, how could you ever guess? I like that we can just say no. No, we can't. Stranger danger, everyone. Remember, kids, if an old man who claims to be a Pokemon professor asks to see your Pokedex, just say no. So, you've seen 210 Pokemon. Excellent work, Jake. That's all of them. There's not a single more Pokemon out there. The Pokemon of the Sinnoh region are being added to your Pokedex. This will certainly help with my studies of Pokemon evolution. Yeah, I'd like to see some fruit come from that labor there, pal. And, oh. It's him!
Greetings, Professor Rowan. It's been a very long time. I'll tell you, Sinnoh certainly is a long trip from Kanto.
Yeah, but you couldn't guess who it was. It's Professor Oak in the flesh. Oh my gosh, that's 3 games so far that he has appeared in. He skipped 3rd gen for whatever reason. Maybe if he was vacationing, maybe he would have popped up in the Hoenn region. But that is neither here nor there. But who is here is the legendary Professor Oak. If you don't know who Professor Oak is, I don't know what to tell you. You've been living under a rock for the past 20-some years, huh? Is that what you've been doing?
Of course. If it means meeting new Pokemon, there's no distance too great for the likes of us to travel.
Oh, if it isn't my old colleague, emphasis on old, because that's what I am and you are, Professor Oak. Yeah, I should have expected as much from the world's authority on Pokemon. We always used to joke, where there are Pokemon, you'll find Oak.
We could retool that. We could actually come up with something funny. I'll get back to you guys later.
It's good to see that it hasn't changed one bit. Professor Oak, let me introduce you to my young assistant. This youngster has filled every page of the Sinnoh Pokedex for me.
Ah, well, very glad to meet you. As you've heard, my name is Oak, much like the tree. Like Rowan. Now, does that imply that anyone with a last name of a tree becomes a Pokemon professor, or is this all just a coincidence? I don't know. I've been hearing a great deal about you from Professor Rowan lately.
What have you been saying about me, old man, huh? I didn't give you permission to tell nobody about me. Are you doxing me? It's illegal. He's gonna send a SWAT. He's gonna SWAT me.
He's been exuberant in praise about a fantastic young trainer.
Oh, now I just feel bad. Thanks, Professor.
I see that you live up to. No, you have surpassed his praise. You've also got an impeccable sense of timing.
I guess so. I mean, well, yeah, I did run into Dialga that one time, so that might have, infected me or something.
You see, I had an errand to run for Professor Rowan on my visit here. He asked me to bring the data for the National Pokedex, you see.
Coincidence? I think not.
So, since you're here, let me upgrade your Pokedex with the National mode. After all, there are many kinds of Pokemon in this world of ours.
And we get upgraded to the National Dex, which means we can now start catching Pokemon from previous generations. Well, the Pokemon that weren't included in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum already. Yeah, so
I'm afraid it won't be easy to complete the National Pokedex.
well, it would be really easy if you, if you had kept up in previous generations with all of your Pokemon. You could transfer your way up to 4th gen, and you could just, complete. Well, maybe he's just saying that in the sense that it would be very time-consuming, because it is very time-consuming.
However, I'm sure you'll make an honest attempt on our behalf.
Have no fear, Jake. Have no fear. Jake will get the job done.
Whoa, buddy. Don't you go throwing me into another job already.
Did you like my Professor Oak impression? By the way, Professor Oak, what compelled you to visit this region?
Ah, yes, I've heard that the Pal Park is now open.
That sounds illegal. Are you related to the Underground Man in any way?
If I remember correctly, it's at the end of Route 221. The Pal Park is a special system that attracts every imaginable kind of Pokemon from every region.
So yes, he is correct. This is something we have not explored yet in our journey, just because it's never really come up, and we've never really had to visit Sandwich Town for any reason up until like now.
I've come to make certain that system is operating properly. Jake, you should make an effort to visit the Pal Park too. Oops, I'll be late for my meeting if I don't get going. Okay, it was a pleasure seeing the both of you. Bye now. Ciao.
All right, off he goes, busy as ever. Now, Jake, I have a gift here as your reward for completing the Sinnoh Pokedex.
And we get the Poke Radar, which is an interesting tool.
That's a Pokemon radar, or just the Poke Radar for short.
Kind of like Pokemon Prof for short.
Use it and it will indicate grass patches where Pokemon are lurking. I'd prepared that to help my field assistants put together the Sinnoh Pokedex, but you took care of that. I'm sure it'd be useful for you for your goal of filling the National Pokedex.
So yeah, we did get the Poke Radar from the Pokemon Prof. Yeah, sure, pal. And basically what that will do, as we will demonstrate right now, is, let's come up here to Route 202, go into our bag, head on over to Key Items, go all the way down, because my goodness, we don't have enough items in this dang old game, I suppose. And if we use the Poke Radar, oh, I see how it is. Do we have to be in the grass for this? Okay, now let's do it. All right, so yeah, you do have to be in the grass. You activate the Poke Radar, and you'll see that grass patches will start shaking. That will tell you where the wild Pokemon in that area of grass are. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, why would I care about that when I could just, repel or run around and try to, find Pokemon myself? Well, the thing is the Poke Radar will help you in 2 instances. Rowan said it'll help you fill out the National Pokedex. So if you couldn't guess, there are now new Pokemon, quote-unquote new Pokemon, that appear all around Sinnoh now. Pokemon from previous generations that we had not seen thus far. And if we come in here into Sensei's house and talk to Sensei's little sister.
Oh, hi, Jake. There's news on TV saying there's a massive outbreak of Pokemon. That'd be great for filling up your Pokedex.
All right, and then
Let me see. What did the news say now? Route 215. There's a whole bunch of Drowsy there. Jake, you have to hurry.
All right, so if you want to do better than my sister Dawn, so we got little Sensei rooting for us too, so that's funny. But yeah, so she will indicate that there are Pokemon that we could not catch prior on certain routes, and you can go over there, kind of like swarms in Gen 2, and use the Poke Radar to grab them there. The other thing, however, that the Poke Radar is really good at is it will help you chain wild Pokemon, and any of you shiny hunters out there, you know exactly what that means. So if the more of the same Pokemon that you run into, the higher the chance that it is to be shiny. So the Poke Radar is a great help with that. There's a POKEDEX app for showing your chains, I believe. But with all of that, we've done what Rowan requested of us, and then Professor Oak mentioned the Pal Park. We will be heading over there, but unfortunately, as I do not have a game to transfer from at the moment, it will be pretty useless to us. But coming down here, Route 220... an antidote. We could have... Okay. So I guess we really haven't been down here before. Yeah, so as soon as you get surf, you can actually head on over to the PAL Park. There are some trainers and stuff along the way. There's one good item over there at the PAL Park, but again, we'll cover that a little bit later. We have some more pressing matters to attend to because now that it's nighttime, we're going to be living the nightlife. But our legendary Pokemon hunt is not over yet, so I feel like the smart thing to do before hunting legendary Pokemon is to go get some more repels. So let's do that. And heading into the... He's back. And he's just standing there. Menacingly! Alright, guys. The mysterious Bellhop Courier at the front of the PokeMart has mysteriously reappeared under circumstances in the dead of night once again. So let's see what he has for us. Good evening. You must be Jake. I've received a gift for you. Here you go. And we get not the members card, a members card. So there must be many members. We look forward to your next visit. Okay. What do I need? I need you to get this guy out of here. So let us buy ourselves a couple more max repels. We've been using a bunch, and Lord knows I am not going to be running out of these things anytime soon, ever again. But with that, there is, we got the members card from this mysterious gentleman here, and that shall lead us over to Canalave City. But before we do that, let's take a peek over here at the member card that we I guess we can't peek at it, but here it is. A card needed for entering the inn at Canalave City. Oddly, the last date marked on it was 50 years ago. All right, so I guess we're heading on over to Canalave. Nothing else for it. And okay, I kind of avoided this subject for a hot minute, but some of you eagle-eyed viewers probably had already picked it out. But we have a new, well, not a new member of our party, but a glow-up in our party. Yeah, say hello to Sucka. He got the glow-up, man. He had the come-up right now. So, as you can see, Sucka went from Zubat to a beautiful Crobat here. You can see I had the Soothe Bell on him. It took a hot minute to get him up here, but if you can't tell based on his moveset, you kind of understand what we're about to encounter here. But we do require Sucka instead of Warbeak for a little bit. So back here in Canalave City, now they did mention the inn, but there was another person here in Canalave City that we had talked to prior. He is your favorite Cthulhu relative, the Eldritch Sailor. That's right, and coming on down here, let's see what he has to say. Do you want to set sail? But no, I don't want to set sail. What's that about? Okay, so apparently he doesn't care, but we do. So, in the dead of night, let's go into Eldritch's house and see what's going on. And uh-oh. I never thought our boy would fall into this endless nightmare.
Endless nightmare?
It's happened in the past at Canalave. There were people who never woke up from their nightmares. That is, until they were awoken using something called the Lunar Wing. My husband went to find the Lunar Wing on Full Moon Island, but he failed. Does it take a trainer to do that? We feel so frustrated by this. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, things got, like, really serious really fast. Apparently this kid is stuck in an endless, what I guess is colloquially known as an endless nightmare. And this has happened before, and apparently, the people who've had this endless nightmare before never wake up from it. The little boy is thrashing about in his sleep. He appears to be in torment. He's muttering something. Dark is watching me.
No, I feel like somebody's watching me.
Okay, it's getting a little serious. Enough dancing around in here. Now we can talk to Eldritch here.
You're going to Full Moon Island for us?
I mean, I guess so. The mother did say that, maybe it needs to be a trainer to go to Full Moon Island to get this Lunar Wing item to wake him up. And, well, fellas, now that we know there's, a child in trouble, there's no other option for us. Yeah, we're going to Full Moon Island.
We're both counting on you. Only you can awaken my son from his awful nightmare. Please,
I need the lunar ring from Full Moon Island to awaken him. I went, but I failed to find it. Anchors away, Pico, my darling. It is time to set sail, and set sail we shall. This time not to Iron Island, but, what was it, Full Moon Island? And, oh, it's so cool, though, seeing the Canalave drawbridge go up. Glad we got to see this again. And we speed our way off, and hopefully we can help out here on Full Moon Island. Now, this place you can only come to after you obtain the National Pokedex, and after you've beaten the Elite Four for sure. The child will not fall to illness or torment, I suppose, as it was described, before you do those things. So let us move right along, and I'm getting really, really ominous vibes here. I don't want to enter the Dark Forest, but there's really no other option for us. We got to save that kid. And say hello to a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far. Oh, we get another selfie, kind of like Mesprit did. No, don't you dare. Don't. That's right, guys. We've got more Pokemon to chase. Ugh. All right, the Pokemon flew off somewhere. There's something sparkling where the Pokemon once was. And if you couldn't guess, that is, in fact, the Lunar Wing. All right, so we put the Lunar Wing in the key items pocket, and as you can see, we kind of got it's called Full Moon Island, but this it's just looking like a waning crescent, if you ask me, so someone lied. And that's really all you need to do here on Full Moon Island. I'm not kidding. That you don't actually get to battle this mysterious Pokemon that we ran into. You just get the Lunar Wing, and we can head back, which, honestly, as far as like problem solving goes, I'd say this is one for the books, because that was very easy. We get to save the kid, you know.
That Pokemon you met was a lunar Pokemon. I've heard tales of it flying from place to place throughout Sinnoh. Oh, that's Sparkle. So that's the Lunar Wing.
Thank you. That will wake my son up from the nightmare. He seems really excited. I hope he is correct. So, but without further ado, let us head back to Canalave City in the dead of night, which, honestly, you want to talk about a good sailor. He sailed very well, even in the pitch black of night. So let us go back into the house here. I never thought our boy... oh, I thought she was going to talk about the Lunar Wing. Oh, well, I guess we got to talk to the kid instead of the mother here. So the little boy's thrashing about. Jake's Lunar Wing began to glow. I could have phrased that a little bit better. The boy's sleeping face became untroubled and serene. The little boy... What the... Is he a Pokemon? Why did the Pokemon Center healing theme play?
Oh my gosh, you're awake. Oh, my son. I don't know what to say. Thank you. We'll never forget you. Seeing you back to normal makes me feel great. I've regained my spirit as a sailor. Come sail away. Come sail away with me. Later.
All right. And let's see what the little boy has to say.
I couldn't wake up. I saw it. It was a scary dream. It was a dark place, and it was a dark Pokemon. But Daddy, Mommy, I could always hear your voices.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you. We can't thank you enough, but thank you.
All right. All right, so with that, the appreciation and the thanks from this family, the Eldritch family, is more than enough of a reward. But also, we have... Let's see if we can't find... that's the berry map. Let's get to our marking map. Oop, too fast. All right, the marking map. We have another Pokemon to pursue. And just like the last time, we are going to do very similarly. But this time, since we don't have the Master Ball, you can probably guess at this point why we have Sucka on the team. And that is because these roaming Pokemon are known to run away when battled with. Jeez, oh man, I'm telling you, it's just late, guys. I'm tired. It's not, English is definitely my first language. Once again, appearing very close to Jubilee City, but let's see. Ooh, working its way up the route. Oh, come on, please. No, it ran away. All right, come on, Please be that easy. Okay, looks like you're staying in there, which funny enough, I'm pretty sure that's over by the PAL Park where Cresselia is. Fun fact too, with these roaming Pokemon, it is not just, playing hard to get, Ari. These roaming Pokemon, it's that easy. So when you get to the route that they're on, you have to be quick because not only is entering buildings and changing routes the trigger to set them, make them change routes. They only stay on certain routes for a limited amount of time. So you kind of do have to be quick with these things, quick on the draw, as it were. So we're going to run into... Oh, wow, okay, that... very interesting. I was a little worried there. There was no legendary theme. I don't know why Cresselia doesn't have a legendary theme. I think she is important enough to have a legendary theme like all the other Pokemon. But we are going to hit her with a mean look. Succa, despite being 6 levels lower than Cresselia, is in fact faster. So we are going to make sure that Cresselia cannot escape, can't run away, and that does burn her first turn. Now, it's not as effective, but I'm still going to use a Quick Ball here. It's only been 1 turn, so I still think, it's like, what the heck, let's test our luck a little bit. So, get in my balls, Cresselia. Or I guess it's a Quick Ball, so think fast, Chuckle Nuts. Okay, it was worth a try. But Cresselia, as you can see, this is the Pokemon that we encountered over on Full Moon Island. I guess that much is obvious. Now, Cresselia is the pure Psychic type Pokemon because, we haven't been seeing enough of those lately. Also to note, Cresselia uniquely is a legendary Pokemon, but is 100%... It has Aurora Beam! Oh, this just made things like way more difficult. As you can see, Cresselia is a female Pokemon. Now, not many Pokemon, legendary Pokemon, I should say, have genders, but for whatever reason, Cresselia has a 100% chance to be female. So you always have a female Cresselia when you run into it. Now, going into Cresselia, uses and stats a little bit. You know how we were talking about Uxie, trying to be a tank? Cresselia is basically everything Uxie wants to be. Cresselia is thick, boy! As you can see, even, Succa, I know we haven't, raised him a lot, but it's a level 44 Crobat. It's very strong. It's using a Stab Fly, and it's still hardly doing a darn thing to this Pokemon. So, as you could guess, Cresselia is bulky as all get out. She does have an ability, and it is Levitate, and my goodness, that did so much damage. We're going to fly. Crobat's probably going to go down, and then that will give Cresselia the opportunity to escape, but we will be throwing a Pokeball at her before she runs off. So fancy that. Now, Cresselia base stats, not the best in the realm of attack or special attack. It's definitely... I cannot believe we survived that. Cresselia is definitely more of a special attacker, but I mean, that's by 5 points. But where Cresselia's power lies is in being an absolute tank. Base HP of 120, base defense of 120, and base special defense of 130. And to top all that off, if you thought Cresselia wasn't good enough to be a tank, she's quick too! Base 85 speed, which, isn't super fast, but it's that's faster than any tank has a right to be, if you ask me. So, Cresselia, phenomenal Pokemon. Phenomenal and competitive when it first came out. I cannot recommend this Pokemon enough. Ooh, I thought we had that. Unfortunately, we did not have that. So, catch it if you can, I suppose. Great Pokemon, great for a tank. Learns a bunch of very good moves. We are definitely going to use the next Pokemon. I say we throw Donzalug out there. Cresselia is going to run away because Mean Look effect has worn off. Now, Cresselia would not be the legendary Pokemon she is without something very unique about her. So Cresselia's whole deal, she has something to do with, dreams and sleep and, being a tank and all of that. There's some lore behind her. And bye, Cresselia. We'll see you again in a minute. But interestingly, the signature... Cresselia has her own signature move. That's what I was trying to spit out. Cresselia has her own signature move, and it is called Lunar Dance, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Lunar Dance. And it is a move that is totally unique to Cresselia. Well, I mean, unless you have a Smeargle, of course. But Smeargle just always has moves, okay? Well, except for one, which we're going to... Oh, my goodness, I'm butchering this explanation. Anyway, Cresselia, signature move, Lunar Dance. Cresselia will knock itself out to fully heal the next Pokemon that comes out in battle. So, makes it a great... it's a phenomenal tank, and if you can pull off Lunar Dance, she can, after serving her job as a tank, she can actually make the sacrifice play like she's Iron Man, and heal up the next Pokemon in line, which is, I think, a very, very impressive Pokemon overall. So, with that, guys, we are going to keep moseying around a little bit until we can get Cresselia back in our sights. So I will see you in a second for you guys, probably like 8 years for me. Okay, guys, we have crossed paths again with the mighty Cresselia, and that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Like, I mean, that really went by rather quickly. So we are going to, speaking of quickly, we shall show them the meaning of haste and run around here, bump into Cresselia one more time. Once again, as you can see, there is only one Cresselia. She will keep any damage that she has accumulated in your previous battles. Same thing with status conditions. If she, gets like paralyzed or poisoned or something, she will keep that. So that is just something to really look out for. We're gonna give her the old mean look again, the stink eye, which very creepy, like human-esque eye. Interestingly enough. So once again, we are going to be trying our great strategy of using a quick ball when it is not at full power, but think fast, Chuckle Nuts. All right, and hopefully with little Chuckle Nuts, she will join the party. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Not too much to complain about. Cresselia just doing her Cresselia thing. We've seen it before. We've basically gone over everything we needed to with Cresselia, even though I really butchered talking about Cresselia's signature move. But yeah. Overall, Cresselia's just a phenomenal Pokemon. Has been for quite a few years now. I think, I don't know what tier Cresselia is in competitively at the moment, but just overall, such a good Pokemon. Like, Gen 4 introduced a lot of, like, really solid Pokemon, and, like, I cannot complain about it. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Generation! Ooh, I thought if I ignored her, she would just, stay in there. But 'twas not to be. We're going to get hit with another Aurora Beam, which is going to, take us down quite a bit. Dang. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and we take Future Sight's attack. What a turn. What a turn for Cresselia. Now, see, you can utilize Cresselia rather strategically, depending on how you build her. But some of the other things to go over. Cresselia, if you do get Cresselia and you want to use it as your main Psychic-type Pokemon, just be aware that it takes until level 84 to learn Lunar Dance, which is that sacrifice move I was talking about, Cresselia's signature move, and you better keep your TM for Psychic, because Cresselia, for whatever reason, does not learn the move Psychic naturally until level 93. 93! Why on earth you have to wait 43 levels from capture to get Psychic, I have no idea. So you're definitely going to want to have the TM on you for that if you are planning on using the Cresselia. But overall, Cresselia learns a bunch of great support moves, such as Calm Mind. Toxic is great. Toxic's great on any kind of tank that you're using. Cresselia is also a great pivot, given that, at least, again, I'm talking about this as if there's not really how do I say this? I don't really have a good perception of like Cresselia's use over the years, so I just kind of talk about it generally. It's a very good switch-in Pokemon. It can take a lot of hits, and as far as like Bug and Dark types go, there's not a whole heck of a lot running around that you would have to worry about, at least particularly in-game in Gen 4, except for one, which we'll get into in a little bit. But speaking of dark types you have to worry about, Donzaloog, get in there. Obviously, Donzaloog's not going to be doing anything to this Cresselia because Cresselia's going to be running away. We are going to throw another Dusk Ball and pray. Cresselia, get in my balls. Oh, okay, that's fine. It is to be expected. All right, and holding on to her heart, she will flee once again off into the night. All right, guys, I will catch you once again when we are battling Cresselia. She's close by. That's kind of crazy. All right, see you in a sec. Ugh, why must you play hard to get, Cresselia? Why? Oh, just stay in the quick ball. It, like, kind of matches your color scheme. Oh! Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys can see that, you know, because Donzaloog is out right now, that Sucka had just fainted. And, oh, I took the risk in this battle to hit Cresselia with another fly because I didn't think, you know, I knew Cresselia was very tanky, but it was risking the crit, a whole bunch of things, but I decided that, you know what, that it's worth it, and it 100% was. So, whew. About time. I'll tell you what. Cresselia, the lunar Pokemon. On nights around the quarter moon, the aurora from its tail extends and undulate. Could you use the better word than undulate? Oh, I guess not, but that's it. We finally caught the legendary Cresselia. All right, so Cresselia is going to get transferred to Box 1 in BB's PC. And whew, I guess with that, guys, I will meet you back at Canalave. We done did it! Back at Le Canalave City. If you guys recall, there was something else we wanted to come to Canalave City for, and that was the Members Pass that we obtained earlier in the episode. Because, if you guys didn't know, this whole, like, you know, like, Eldritch, Lunar Moon Nightmare Saga has not come to a close yet. So, without further ado, let's go check out the Old Inn. Harbor Inn, a roost for restless sailors. Enjoy sweet dreams in our sumptuous bed. I gotta remember the word sumptuous. That is something. It's a spicy word. All right, and you can't go in unless you have yourself a member's pass. And whoa, okay, buddy, a little close to the door. I don't want to walk in and be making out with someone right away. Welcome. We've had a reservation for you. We've held it a long time. Jake lay down on the bed as if bidden there. Thank you for this hospitality. This doesn't look like an inn so much. Maybe Airbnb? It just looks like some creepy dude's house. And now we're in his bed. I don't like this. Oh, but we're getting sleepy anyway. And, off to Dream World we go? That's right, guys. Welcome to your worst nightmare. We, have seemed to have fallen asleep, rather unwillingly, in the old Harbor Inn. And now, here we are on some mysterious island that kind of resembles, Full Moon Island, just, you know, mirrored. And just like Full Moon Island, there seems to be a dark entrance. Let us see what lies beyond it. New Moon Island. And as you can see, there is a Pokemon waiting for us down there. So, before we do anything else, let us save the game. It's always a lot of data. Why is it always a lot of data lately? Okay? I saved before getting Cresselia, all right? Like, there's not a whole heck of a lot that has happened between point A and point B. But what? Who am I to complain? This is one of the few things about Gen 4 that's like, was a little weird, I suppose, that just the save time took so long. Like, man. But anyway, rants aside, here we are. Oh, perfect time for Repel's effect to wear off, huh? At New Moon Island. And we're going to face this mysterious Pokemon. Let's go. Dot, 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 dot. It doesn't even have a cry. But speaking of cries, it would be a dark one. All right, a wild Darkrai has appeared. No running around, no futzing about, none of that. And as you can see, guys, we did bring Zuko and Warbeak back. My eagle-eyed viewers would have caught that on the, POKEDEX app, them floating around down there. But say hello to Darkrai, which is basically Cresselia's polar, or I guess in this case, lunar opposite. Darkrai, when you encounter it, it will be on level 50. It is the pure Dark-type Pokemon. Its ability is not, in fact, Levitate like every other legendary Pokemon. It is Bad Dreams, which, if a Pokemon is asleep, every turn it will lose a certain amount of HP. I believe it is about an 8th or a 16th, something like that. But yeah, pure Dark-type Pokemon. You don't run by too many of those. So, very interestingly. And Darkrai. As far as stats go, this thing is pretty strong. There's nothing much to say in the ways of HP. Attack, defense, and special defense, they're all base 90, so it's like good, but nothing to, write home about. But what is to write home about is the special attack and speed. Its speed clocks in at a base 125, so this thing is going to be quick. It is speedy. And its special attack, one of the highest in the game. When around 4th gen, it is 135. So this thing is a powerhouse. But it doesn't even stop there, guys, because the most important thing about Darkrai is its signature move. As you recall, Cresselia, I keep wanting to say Lunala, which that is 100% not wrong. That is 100% not right, I should say. Cresselia, her signature move was Lunar Dance, which, let her make the sacrifice play to, heal up another Pokemon in the party. Darkrai also has a signature move, all right? And it's a little bit better than Lunar Dance, if you ask me. And that move is called Dark Void. So, Dark Void puts your opponent to sleep. If you are in double battles, it puts both of them to sleep. Its accuracy is 80%. Yeah, this ain't your daddy's hypnosis. This ain't the only move in the game better than that for sleep is Spore, and that's only if you consider the accuracy more important than hitting, 2 Pokemon in double battles. So, absolutely bonkers Pokemon. Super great. I mean, glass cannon status, but honestly, you're going to be outspeeding anything. You're going to be almost guaranteed putting them to sleep. It doesn't even matter. Like, just... And then also, while they're asleep, you're going to be dealing consistent damage. So, it really doesn't matter whether your foe is, strong or not, or if it can OHKO you. Because with Darkrai, you're just going to put it to sleep and then kill it. It's that simple. Darkrai, phenomenal Pokemon. I cannot recommend this thing enough. Once again, in order to get to this point and actually face Darkrai, you do have to have the National Dex. You have to have, done the... that did more damage than I wanted it to. You had to have completed... you don't have to catch Cresselia, but you do have to bring the Lunar Wing back and heal up Wake Eldritch's kit up. And then, of course, you have to have the Member's Pass to get in here, which if you didn't get, you cannot obtain this Darkrai. Maybe in your dreams you can. But that's neither here nor there. With that, I have to really decide how I want to proceed from here, because I want to weaken this Darkrai a little bit more. However, I do not want to kill it on accident. So we are going to switch Zuko out. He did his job. I was expecting Mach Punch to do, like, a little less than half. I know I said Darkrai was a glass cannon and everything, but, like, dang. I didn't expect Zuko to be that strong. So we're going to swap out to Donzalug here. Hopefully we'll be able to, with the crunch. Oh, it's got double team. Man. This is going to make things wildly more difficult. But I trust Donzalug. He's the leader of the Dark Scorpions. Don. Zalug, baby. That was your cue to crunch the Darkrai, even though it used a double team. So take a bite out of that, like Scruff McGruff took a bite out of Crime. I think we can do one more. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. So as you can see, the theming of Darkrai. Go, Donzalug! You had to get a crit. I'll be right back, guys. Gosh, dang it, Donzalug. He took that he took that crunch miss to heart. I was just kidding, man. It doesn't matter. Alrighty, back here at New Moon Island, as if nothing happened. I guess I had a nightmare that I accidentally knocked a Darkrai out. That would be so crazy, wouldn't it? Anyway, say hello to Darkrai. Once again, round 2, baby. We got it this time. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, just look at that anime. Like, Darkrai is such a cool Pokemon, too. Like, just look at that design. Like, funny enough, like, it's such a good Pokemon. I wish it would be featured more, I guess, just represented. Fun fact, though, about Darkrai nowadays, like, they had to nerf Dark Void so hard because of how good that move was. So if you recall how I was talking about Cresselia's signature move, Lunar Dance, and how oh, it's only her, but Smeargle as well, because Smeargle can quote-unquote learn any move. They actually had to nerf Smeargle quite a bit. Smeargle can no longer legally learn Dark Void, specifically because it was abused so much in competitive that Smeargle was just too broken. So that's what was tripping me up, because I was thinking about that and laughing to myself while I was talking about Cresselia. I just offhandedly brought Smeargle up because, I thought it'd be a cheeky remark, and then I was like, oh, well, it's not necessarily true what I was saying about Smeargle, so funny enough. But Dark Void, it was just too good. They decided to, just put an end to it. Can't use it competitively anymore, which honestly I think's for the better, particularly because 80% accuracy and, for like the official Pokemon, like VGC stuff, being able to put both your opponent's Pokemon to sleep at the same time, that's ridiculous. Like, it's insanity, if you ask me. Well, apparently Darkrai did not like the Quick Ball accommodations, which is fine. We're going to throw some Dusk Balls at it because, honestly, if there was going to be a Pokeball that Darkrai was going to reside in, you would assume it's the Dusk Ball, right? Right? That makes sense. But with that, we are going to be hucking balls at this thing for a little bit. The huge legendary hunting. You know how it goes. Y'all know how it goes at this point. We're going to see if we can't wrap this up quickly. He played me for a fool. All right. But anyway, we're just going to be throwing Pokeballs here. Again, Darkrai, very popular. It's been popular since it came out. Again, 4th Gen just introduced so many cool Pokemon. It's ridiculous. And they've lasted. Not just in the games, but just in all sorts of media. Like, you see Lucario's still to this day in all the movies and everything. And then that's nothing to say about Darkrai. It's just, he's just the bad guy, apparently, in, like, every Pokemon movie, which is a little unfortunate. Because I think that it would be really cool to be able to, utilize Darkrai differently. And am I remembering correctly? But didn't some guy in the Sinnoh League have a Darkrai and like a Latias or something, or Latios? I think I'm recalling that correctly in the TV show when Ash got to the Sinnoh League. I'm pretty sure he went up against some dude who had a Darkrai and Latios, which, like, hello? That's kind of broken. That shouldn't be allowed. But I mean, as you can see, like, legendary Pokemon are so good, which is why, one of the main reasons why I don't use legendary Pokemon in, like, my main playthroughs, just because they kind of make the game, like, really laughably easy at this point. Even, like, Giratina, you can catch it, Giratina, at a decent level, like, what was it, 47, to, like, raise alongside your team, but even then, like, it's still kind of broken for the rest of the game. Like, you can take anything out with that thing. Great Pokemon. But I guess that's just what happens when you, you know, have to power scale for 4 generations of Pokemon. It's like, how do you make Pokemon, you know, unique, but yet also, like, you know, desirable that, you know, people would want to use them competitively as well. So, delicate balance, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought we were going to have Darkrai by this point, so I guess I'll catch back up to you guys when we, you know, actually finally lock him down. So, see you then. So, like, Darkrai just used Nightmare on me, which basically, you know, it's like Bad Dreams times 2. But didn't that background look like the Gygas fight from Earthbound? You want to talk about a nightmare? I'd say that qualifies. Oh. There, my goodness. I was afraid Darkrai was going to start struggling there for a second. Oh my gosh. That was nerve-wracking. All right, we've done it. We have caught Darkrai. Darkrai, the pitch black Pokemon. Funny enough, exact same height as Cresselia. To protect itself, it afflicts those around it with nightmares. However, it means no harm. You know what? Sure. But, like, look at that creepy claw reaching out towards you like it's going to strangle you, or he's going to, like, force choke you. Maybe looks can be deceiving. I mean, I'll give it that. All right, nickname to Darkrai? No, thank you. And we are going to transfer Darkrai to Box 1 in BB's PC, and maybe that will stop it from giving out nightmares, but we shall see. And a voice called out from somewhere. Oh, that's creepy and ominous, not worrisome at all.
Darkrai, your power is strong. Though you don't will it, you make people and Pokemon around you see terrible nightmares. That is why you came here. New Moon Island. There is no one but you here. There is none that can be drawn into your nightmare. If anyone were to fall into a nightmare, the Full Moon Island is close by.
Okay. That wasn't ominous or chilling or anything of the sorts. And okay, I guess we just wake back up in the Airbnb here in Canalave City, and the creepy guy's gone. Yeah, what the heck was that all about? It did give me the Pokemon. Okay, it gave me the healing music, but none of my Pokemon are healed, but I guess that's fine. We can just go over to the Pokemon Center and... Oh! Eldritch?
You've been asleep for a long time. What happened to you? And what were you doing here? No one's lived here for 50 years.
Oh, what? Did you just come over to yell at me? Like, what was that about? That was kind of a jerk move. All right, maybe no one's lived here for 50... The text is now too faded to read. Oh my gosh, that's creepy. Yeah, maybe no one's lived here for 50 years, but who's got their boat, you know, docked right over here? Oh my goodness. I tell you what, getting harassed just for taking a nap in an Airbnb. You never think you'd see the day. But with that, guys, we are going to, after us getting a nice, pleasant rest, we are going to give our Pokemon a rest so that they can get restored to full health. Yeah, hope to see you again, too. Whatever, Nurse Joy. More like Nurse, Despair. Okay, that was... I could have come up with a better one. But with that, guys, we are going to end it off right there. Thus ends the Nightmare Saga here in Canalave City. So, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. It's time for me to hit the hay once again. So, see you around. Running running in the doors. Running, running, here's some more. Running in the doors. Running indoors. Pokemon Gen 4.
Pikachu?